We say pole to the affected families. Now, the Kenya Revenue Authority now says it is the mandate of the National Treasury to reduce the 9 levies on petroleum products and not the agency itself. While responding to concerns by the Senate Committee on Energy on the 9 levies on petroleum products, KRA says it only implements and that the CS Treasury can only deal with VAT. As Alan Ochanda reports, the committee has opposed plans to refund 5 billion shillings to companies that were forced to exit substandard fuel from the Kenyan market.
The ever-rising fuel prices have become a thorn in the flesh of Kenyans and almost caused a near paralysis in the Matatu industry last month. In a bid to resolve the issue, the Senate Committee on Energy summoned the Kenya Revenue Authority top officials to interrogate them on what chokes the fuel sector. Senators were uncomfortable with the multiple levies, including import duty, excise duty, VAT, import declaration fees, railway development levy, road maintenance levy, petroleum development fund, petroleum regulatory levy, and anti-adulteration levy.
Which taxes can you drop so that our people can have cheaper fuel?
How about if the government reduced these taxes, which are 9, reduced each one of them a little? Would it not have been useful in reducing the cost of fuel instead of targeting only VAT?
Out of the 9, it's important to note that some are direct taxes, so excise, VAT, import duty in some cases, whereas there are other levies that are collected by the Ministry of Petroleum. However, for purposes of reducing the tax, the primary mandate is actually with the National Treasury, because where we sit as KRA, our work is to implement the law. We are an agent of Treasury. So that's the tricky part we fall in, because our work is to basically implement the law.
The committee questioning the withdrawal of some petroleum products on account of standards of imported fuel over the last 6 months. KRA, however, says it is only aware of the directive by the government to exit the petroleum product imported on vessel MT Paloma on account of being procured outside the G2G framework.
That product was not consumed in Kenya, and therefore the taxes are refundable to the marketers who earned in that money but did not access that product to sell it in Kenya.
We will not allow, in our oversight capacity, 5 billion shillings to be reimbursed. That is the purpose of this investigation.
The tax agency was, however, at pains to explain how and why fuel is expensive in the country compared to other countries, including those that are landlocked. Alan Ochanda, KTN.